We're on the way to a cashless society. In England, a bakery turned away customers aged 94 and 86 because they didn't have bank cards and wanted to pay in cash despite shops' COVID rules. What we're going through with the COVID is an experiment. We're trying to find out, or they're trying to find out, if it's possible to try to get people, or how we can get people into a cashless society. Cash is a legacy system. A legacy system is something that we don't need anymore. We already have the technology to not use money. It's already advanced enough, and we're going into the fourth technological revolution, and we can't have old legacy systems because they're pulling us back. So something like it's actually helping them push us into this cashless society. Now, cashless societies are very dangerous because everything gets recorded. Every transaction gets recorded. The elderly can't be asked to switch from a cash to a cashless society because they don't understand the ins and outs of it. This experiment is actually to prepare us, to program us of what's coming in the future. If you can put fear into the general populace that they won't be able to buy things with cash, they're going to be more likely to go and get the technology they need in order to buy things, just in case they don't have, just in case they need to buy something and they don't have credit cards or non-contact cash systems in order to buy it. Refusing people to buy things scares people because they suddenly realize that if they don't have the technology, they won't be able to buy products they need, because we live in a consumerist society and the whole world is built on consumerism. It's therefore very important for us to buy things because we've been programmed that way. Therefore, because we've got this addiction to buying things because we think it makes us happy, letting off little endorphins in the brain every time we buy a product, we therefore create this addiction, and fear of not being able to get those little endorphins, fear not being able to buy something, is going to push us further away from a legacy system into this new technological system for the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is the digital age, it's the smart age, it's what we're going into. In order for that smart fourth revolution, technological revolution to come about, you need to get rid of the legacy systems. And what we're seeing in the COVID is this push to get rid of those legacy systems. The danger of a cashless society is that we're going to be under surveillance. We're going to be under surveillance from companies, and we're going to be under surveillance from the state. If the companies know what we're buying, then they can build algorithms. The algorithms are data. If we buy stuff, it's data. That data gets fed into AI computers, artificial computers, which are the future. They can then build algorithms up on us and personalize profiles so that they send us information for things that we might want to buy. The state surveillance, they'll be able to know exactly what we're doing and where we're going. At the moment, we live in a democracy, so we're not in fear of the state attacking us. But if you look at China, China is the blueprint for the future. China has special data on each individual, which basically gives each individual a grade. If you fall beneath that grade, then you can't travel, you can't buy things, you can't rent houses. So you get restrictions put on you if you're not in favor of the state. If they can implement these systems at the moment, and we accept the systems in a democratic society, if that society gets then changed into a dictatorial society or communist society, we therefore have those rules which have been implemented, which then carry on into the new government societies. And that is where the danger is. So we need to pay a lot of attention on what the rules and regulations are concerning cash and cashless societies. Having cash is freedom. You don't get traced or tracked or surveyed, and so you can buy what you want. But within these new societies which are coming along, the smart society requires greater control, because that greater control can survey us and make sure that we're not doing anything wrong. And also, as the systems become more complicated, it's more important, they think, to have control over us to make it more easy for us to buy things. The new wallet is the telephone. They don't want us to have a physical wallet, they want us to have a digital wallet. And for us to get pushed away from our physical leather wallets onto a digital wallet, which is going to be your phone, what they need to do is to make it very difficult for us to buy things and to scare us that if we don't have these new digital wallets, we therefore won't be able to buy what we need.